Welcome to another episode of the Bears Workshop, the much anticipated interview with Nutty Nige.
Oh, I don't know who he is. Like, I've gone sort of like a bit senile, and like with the age and that, you know. Like, keep taking the pills, and I'm sure I'll be all right. Yeah. So what you've all been waiting for is, I guess, to know that the Bears Bash is coming back.
Yeah, the Bears Bash is back. BBB.
September 19th, Arlington Stadium. Yeah, so it's going to be back. More details will follow. But if people want to start showing their interest, obviously, get hold of Ash. Don't bother me.
Well, Nige is on Facebook now, so you could get hold of him as well.
No, I'll just ignore it. I'm only on there for the
Yeah. So if you are interested, the format, we're going to run normal national banger rules. So build-wise and racing-wise will be national bangers. The only thing we will say is no turning around.
Yeah, absolutely no turning around until the DD.
There will be a DD. You don't see that very often anymore, but we are going to run a DD, and hopefully we can get a prize fund together again for the DD.
And we want to try and get as many sponsors on board to sponsor trophies for the races. Basically, we want to run it as the same format, and we're again trying to raise funds for the Royal Alexandra Hospital for sick children in Brighton, the Rocking Horse
Appeal,
which is their charity arm, which I think over the years we've raised in excess of 120 grand, is it?
Yeah, I think
might be a bit more.
Might be a bit more than that. I think it's around the 150 mark, which is down to people coming. You know, we've helped along the way. We've done a lot of fundraising ourselves, but predominantly it's yourselves turning up at the race meeting, you know, supplying whatever it is that you can, whether it be money, trophies, doing the fundraising yourselves. People were getting on board with it.
And the drivers themselves turning up, you know, and supporting us. You know, by supporting us, you're supporting the hospital, which in turn is looking after sick kids, you know, and
putting on a damn good banger meeting at the same time. You know, everyone's there for a good reason, and also enjoying yourself with a good old crash in some old cars, some new cars, whatever it is you'd like to take. We just want to put on a show, you know, and have fun.
With a more of an old school sort of flavour to the meeting, you know. And also we're contemplating, if we get enough interest, that we was going to run an old boys format. For those who don't want to get as heavily involved in the contact, if we get enough interest, we was looking to perhaps, but there'd be a cut-off point of 30 drivers for that. Any of you old boys who want to get out there and get round Arlington again, come down. It'll be sort of like a nudge and bit spin format, and then if you want to get involved later on in the day with the rest of us, you're quite welcome to, you know. But we're just going to gauge the interest on that and see what interest we got. Predominantly, it's going to be looking at the national bangers, like we always have done, unlimiteds, and more news will follow on that.
Just looking to fill one heat of bangers, so around the 30 mark. Like Dad says, nudge and spin. If the guys want to race all day, then you can race multiple heats. But if it's going to just be that, you know, the lion's share of the drivers want to just do the one heat and then a few want to race the rest of the day with the rest of the bangers, then you can do that. But we're looking to, you know, have you separate all day if you'd like to race all day. And then if you'd like to smash your car up later in the day, you can join in with the DD. Like Dad just mentioned, it's an old school feel with the racing on this event. We're not looking for people to be crashing into each other multiple times. The car's dead, it's dead. You know, just have a bit more emphasis on respect, you know, old school feel about it. A lot of the old school racing was that, you know, they did crash. Everyone knows that they crashed. Some of them harder than others. But it's a little bit of an inside view for people that haven't seen some of these drivers on tarmac for some years, and then the drivers themselves can get to have a tear up round Arlington. Some of them may not have even raced there before. And then others, it might be their home track. It'd be a good day for everyone.
And it'll also be like a good social for a lot of people. You know, instead of them standing around in the pits going, oh, back in the day we used to race like this, they can actually get out there and race like they used to back in the day, you know. And we haven't got to put up with their
Yeah, how good they were, and telling us how it used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
And they can show us the way instead.
You know, back in the day, my mum used to pull my pants up for me, but then I grew up.
Mum never used to pull my pants up. I used to leave them down, especially at the urinal, right to my knees, bum out the lot, make everyone feel welcome.
Yeah. Well, she used to have to make sure you were aiming right as well, not on the floor.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to get involved, get in contact. You know, we're looking at trying to, again, have the old school feel with the normal national bangers. It's normal national banger rules in terms of build spec, but we'd like to, you know, get a few old cars and a few weird cars, you know, hearses, limos. You know, find something and come and put on a show for the crowd with it. You know, that time of year is like Halloween festival season, that type of thing. We want to try and put a show on that is like almost firecracker-esque, but the Bears Bash emphasis with it. You know, just get involved.
But also, we're saying national banger rules, but we don't want people taking the piss with overbuilding their cars and that, you know, because there's no championship involved, there's nothing involved like that, so there's no points, there's no real prizes. The prize is that you're turning up, you're supporting us to help support the Rocking Horse Appeal, and you know, if you're taking the piss with the build of your car, you'll be turned away. It's as simple as that, you know. So just come into it with the right spirit, and we'll all have a good day.
Yeah, so if you get in contact with me, Leo, any of the other bears that you're familiar with, get in contact with them. We'll take your bookings from this point out. You know, if you've got any questions, just get in contact.
So all right, that was my agent on the phone. He wants to know how much I'm getting paid for this.
Pamela Anderson is his agent. She's got installed airbags.
Yeah. I told her she's not allowed to race with them though.
Crash protection.
Right. she was a bit deflated when I told her that.
I don't know, eh? So yeah, get in touch if you need to know any more details. Like and subscribe, and we'll have more with Nutty Nige.
And share away with the with it. The more people we can get on board, the better for the charity, the better the meeting it's going to be. Just don't be scared. It's only one click. Even I've learned how to do that. Click, share, yay! Now everyone can see it. And I'm thinking, oh no, he's got Facebook, that geezer. You might have to edit that out.
Happy
with
birthday,
a few
everyone.
bleeps.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
From me and Nige.
Have a birthday. Happy birthday.
Someone's birthday today. So happy birthday.
But anyway, let's go back a week or so now to when we raced at Kings Lynn. It was a bit of a family affair. 3 generations there racing. Me, Ash, Leo and Alfie. And as a whole it was a good night. Some of us had better nights than others, but it was all very enjoyable, just all being there together. Yeah, racing on the shale.
Yeah, it was a good night. Leo got a few laps in, on track for once. He's normally on the shale. Oh, actually, he was on the shale again. Flat out round. Alfie done all right. He don't come out very often because he's on apprentice wage, so he's not able to race as often as he'd like. Had a blinding night in a car that most people would have thrown away. Leo did the same. We changed the engine on his, as you saw on the channel earlier in the month. He had much better results with the car. Had a crash at the end, ended up breaking the prop. The LTD finally got a few good races out of it. It's been hit and miss with that car. Sometimes it's been good, and then the World Final was like very hit and miss. Just plagued with problems with ECUs, and then the wiring actually broke itself. Cut through the crank sensor wires after jacking up the BMW in the all comers or the last chance race. I can't remember which one it was. And then Dad, we straightened his steering rack after he broke it all last year at the Halloween meeting, and he went out in the next one and only just, if you look by the in-car, only just clipped 2 passing cars, which that was their mistake, as you saw by Nigel's smirk on his face after he clipped him and turned him in the fence. Very, very lightly breathed on the wheel and broke the steering rack completely. So
put my tracking out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right. No tracking. Couldn't get round there like Joey Reynolds,
Nah, Joey was flying.
Yeah, drifting.
And changed Nigel's rack and then got him out there again, only for him to knock a wheel off again. We're hoping that he's not blown the engine up, because he told us that it was good when he turned it off, but we've got to investigate that because we've heard that a lot.
Yeah, but Leo said it was rattling, so if it's rattling, it's Leo's fault, because he said it.
Leo's fault. He's put stuff in the carb and now it's in the sump.
Yeah, but anyway, the hearse is dead.
Yeah, the hearse is gone, and it's going to be gone. We'll get that stripped and scrapped.
Stripped and binned.
And then
that's what we're good at, though. If you look, we're quite a green team, because we upcycle our cars all the time. We're not like them one-use plastics, We try and upcycle and get as much life out of something as we can.
It's quite a lot of plastic in your hearse, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's been well used, hasn't it? I mean,
Tupperware.
It wasn't just scrapped straight away, was it?
No.
It's been used for 2 years, so it's got another 2 years out of that plastic,
That's like the condom that you used my mum all them years ago, and then I was the result.
Yeah,
2 years of use, and it wore out.
Yeah, but like they said they were good for 3 years on the packet,
Yeah.
And
it's more like a sprinkler system on the end.
It let me down. I mean, because your sister arrived, you arrived, and then your brother arrived. So,
Yeah.
like,
Well,
yeah.
we all know about Justin, don't we? You know, he's a lively one, he is.
well, you know why he was called Justin, don't you?
Yeah, we know.
I was only just in.
Well, there's enough about that. That's the bit of family history for you all. So yeah, now you've heard the rundown of Nutty Nige and his escapades at King's Lynn. There ain't nothing more we need to say about that. You've probably all watched the other video. If you haven't, then get over there and have a little watch. It's the video before this. It's pretty eye-boggling trying to watch 4 in-cars at once, but just watch it 4 times. It makes it easier then, because then you can just focus on one at a time, unless you can split your eyeballs.
You can squint.
Yeah.
And sort of like just watch one half of the screen, and then you're only watching 2.
Yeah.
Or
Split screen.
Or you turn your head on the side, and then you can watch one side,
Yeah.
then watch the other side. But you know, you can put your neck out doing that.
Yeah.
You'd never do that racing, put your neck out, but you could do watching a video.
We haven't got no necks, so we can't put necks out too much of that training down Kemptown.
Yeah. Well, it was
So-
better than you doing a paper round, son, wasn't it? You earned more money.
Yeah, well, paper round weren't all that lucrative, especially when they found out where we were delivering the papers. They didn't really make it to the door.
Well, no, but you were being green. You was putting it in recycling bins.
Yeah, recycling.
Just
Back then there weren't many recycling bins, but we did find one.
the fact that no one ever got to read their free leader.
Yeah, or the Argus. Don't know what was. I think it was the leader actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were good at our job.
They were very good. They were dedicated.
We all tried.
They had their dedicated bins where they went.
So I don't think there's anything else you want to add to that.
Well, not really. Like just the fact that have you got Nigel Riley Crane Hire in there? You know, all your crane hire needs.
Yeah, official sponsors, Nigel Riley Crane Hire and SPA Welding Supplies. Nige donates more than SPA do, and SPA donate a lot. So it's blood, sweat, tears, money, stress, everything he donates.
Yeah. I even donated all them years ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
To make this dynasty.
DNA donation.
Yeah.
And we turned out all right.
Yeah. No inbreeding here.
No.
But anyway, more importantly, it's just please get on board with the Bears Bash with us. Anyone got any sort of sponsorship ideas or anything where we can raise a few extra quid for the sick kids? As much as we don't want any sick kids, it's reality that that's what happens. And I know there'll be a lot of you who do watch this who have had kids, whether it be in the Royal Alex or another children's hospital, and they all need funds to help for different things, you know, albeit sensory rooms or just help with the parents who are quite often away from home with their youngsters for quite a long periods of time, and we all know how stressful that can be, looking after your kids in a strange place, and if you've got their other siblings at home somewhere, trying to look after them. So whatever help we can give to the Rocking Horse charity will be great. So I think that's about all I need to say.
Yeah, just get on board with it, everyone. You know, it's quite easy to watch and you know, think, oh, how are they all doing that? Just, you know, it only takes for you to have an idea and then get involved with it. That's where the Bears Bash came from. It was just an idea, and then, you know, it's ended up helping, like Dad says, a lot of sick kids in the area, whether it be making their time at the hospital more fun or making the equipment that they've got for their treatment more effective. Either way, it's helped them in one way or another. So, you know, there's nothing too big or too small. If you think that it's something that can help, get in touch, or, you know, just turn up on the day and implement it yourself. There's plenty that have, you know, turned up at the Bears Bashes in the past and, you know, provided trophies as raffles, all sorts of stuff to generate extra funds for the charity pot. You can even have, you know, teddy raffles, or, you know, gimmicks on the day. It's all sorts of stuff that people have come up with themselves. Just have a thought about it, get in contact either through Facebook or message on the messages or comments on the YouTube channel. You know, there's plenty of avenues you can get in contact now, and we can make this bigger than ever.
You know, and just going back, it is something that's sort of personal and close to mine and my wife Sue's heart. You know, Ashley's mum Sue, because both Ashley and his brother Justin were actually in hospital as babies. Ashley was only 5 days old when he was in there, and he was in the Royal Alex, albeit the old building, not the nice modern building it is now. But they ultimately saved his life and Justin's life, and I know that more recently Ashley's kids have been in there as babies. Bella and Sienna.
Justin's kids.
And Justin's kids.
Zoe's kids.
Zoe's, and Leo, as little as a couple of years ago when he was diagnosed with his diabetes.
Yeah.
You know, and he was in quite a bad way, and they sorted him out. Well, sort of, but put him on the porridge, I think.
Yeah, they tried sorting him out, but he's, I think,
never been right since.
Needs a few more appointments, I think.
Yeah, but I think that's the psychiatric department.
But yeah, we've had moments where we've needed the facilities, and, you know, we know people that have been in the same sort of plight as us or worse. It's a worthy cause, so it's definitely worth everyone getting involved. You know, whether you're building a car or not, it'll be great to see you.
Or just turning up to support everyone. You know,
yeah.
Whether you love us or hate us, you know, we don't mind if you're screaming hatred at us or cheering us on. You know, either way, we're there, and we'll take whatever you're throwing at us. Hopefully, in this video somewhere along the way, we can get some old footage of the Bears Bash, you know, best moments and that, put into it, and you can see what you're likely to experience. Can't guarantee that, obviously, because every race day is different. Yeah. But if it's on the past meetings, I don't think we've really had a bad one, have we?
No, it's been good the whole way through. This will always also be the 10th year that we've run it as well, which is a milestone we wanted to reach before now. But you know, life throws you obstacles, and we weren't able to.
And other commitments, you know.
And we now are able to. So we'd like to make the 10th one the best one. You know, get yourself a decent car, anything, Previas, anything. Just turn up and get involved. You know, it's easy to sit there and, you know, say that these banger drivers are this and that, but get a car and come out and do it. It's an experience, and it's a a cause that you can really get involved with. So hopefully we'll see you on the day. Like we say, got a big lead up to it now, just under a year until the meeting itself. So we can get plenty organised in that time, you know, for fundraising and all sorts. So yeah, get in contact.
Yeah, so wrap it up now, I think, and all you drivers contemplating it, don't think about it, be there, get followed in square.
Thank you very much.